Alright guys, I thought I'd give you a real quick deck profile before you see me use this deck. So first off, we're going to start with the Yanmas and Yanmega. I'm running a 4-3 line. That fourth Yanma is just, it's really good. It's going to help make sure I can get a Yanma start, which is really ideal in this deck. It's going to be more consistency, and I can use that fourth Yanma later when I use the rescue energy on my Yanmega. Yanmega is probably going to be my main attacker early game. It's got a Pokebody called Insight. If the number of cards in my opponent's hand is the same number as the cards in my hand, the attack cost for each of my attacks is 0, meaning if he has 6 cards in his hand and I have 6 cards in my hand, I can do 70 damage for no energy attached with Sonic Boom. Linear attack is going to be able to snipe a Pokemon on a bench for 40 damage, so instead of just hitting the active Pokemon, I can hit something on the bench for 40, or I can Sonic Boom for 70 to hit the active Pokemon. Next up, we're going to talk about the other meat and potatoes of this deck. I'm running a 4-1-3 Magnezone. And it's just really for consistency to make sure I can get those Magnemites out so I can evolve into Magnezone. Magnezone's got a Pokepower called Magnetic Draw, and once during my turn I can draw until I have 6 cards in my hand, and I can't use it if he's affected by a special condition. So basically, if I have 1 card in my hand, Magnezone's going to let me draw 5. And I can only use it once per turn. If I have more than 1 Magnezone out, I can use it for each Magnezone. And Lost Burn is an attack. I can choose as many energy as I want and put it in the Lost Zone. Lost Zone is kind of like the discard pile, but you can never get it back. It's lost forever. And it will do 50 times the amount of energy that you put in there. So basically, it's a limitless attack. It's going to be there to take out big, heavy threats that Yanmega can't deal with right away. Now, next, Cleffa. Cleffa is a really good card, and you're going to basically see 1 in every deck, if not 2. Basically, as a Pokebody, sweet sleeping face. As long as it's asleep, it can't be damaged. And its attack Eek has 0 energy cost, and it will shuffle your hand into your deck, and then you can draw 6 more. It's really going to save you from just starting out with a really bad hand, and if you're just so stuck with the hand you have and you can't get rid of it, Cleffa is going to remedy that for you. He's only got 30 HP being a baby, so you got to be really careful with him. But he's got a free retreat cost, as does Yanmega. Now, Pachirisu is another tech in this deck, and he's really there for self-generation. Self-generation is a Pokepower. It can be used once during my turn. And when I put Pachirisu from my hand to the bench, I can attach 2 electric energies to Pachirisu, and it does not count as attaching energy. So I could attach 2 to him, and then still attach another energy that same play. His attack does 50 damage for the 2 lightning, but they will go into Lost Zone. They're basically there so I can get Magnezone attacking right away and have just extra energy on the field for him. Now, let's go down to supporters here. Supporters are pretty straightforward in this deck. For Pokemon collectors, you're going to see that in every deck. It's really important to get your basics out as fast as possible, so you really need 4 for the consistency. Judge is crucial for this deck because it will match hands automatically, so I can use Yanmega quite easily. Each player shuffles his and her hand into the deck and then draws 4 cards. So we'll both have 4 cards. I can attack with Yanmega for no energy. Sharon is a very straightforward card. You just draw 3 cards. It's not the best card, but it's pretty decent in the current format. I'm running 2 Sage's Training. You can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose 2, and then discard the rest. It's really nice to get through your deck really quickly with that card, and it's really good later in the game when you can just get rid of stuff you don't need anymore, like collectors or whatever if they're there. But it's a really good draw support card. It'll allow you to get through your deck faster and really just dig deep for the cards that you need. Twins is a card that I can only play if I have less prize cards. If I have more prize cards left than him, so let's say he has just killed something of mine, he only has 5 prize cards, I'll still have 6. I can play twins and look for any 2 cards in my deck and then put them in my hand. So if he gets a quick, easy kill, basically what I'll be looking for is a rare candy and a Magnezone to get Magnezone out really early. I'm going to go right over here to trainers. Let's talk about the most important one first. Pokemon Communication. Again, this is one of those cards that you're going to see in every deck, usually 4. It's really unusual if you're going to see less, unless it's a trainer lock deck. And so, you know. Basically, what you do is you reveal a Pokemon from your hand and put it on top of your deck, and then you search the deck for any other Pokemon card, show it to your opponent, and shuffle your deck afterwards after you put that card in your hand. So, say I have a Magneton out on my bench, and I have a Magnemite in my hand and a Pokemon Communication. I can play Communication, show the Magnemite, put it on top of my deck, search my deck for a Magnezone, grab it, show my opponent, and then evolve into Magnezone that turn. It's a really awesome card, and it's going to play out nicely. This is probably one of the best cards in the format right now. Pokemon Catcher. I can switch my opponent's active Pokemon with any one of his or her bench Pokemon, so I can pull up anything off the bench that I want to get out of the way fast. Rare Candy is going to allow me to skip the stage 1, so I can go right from a basic Pokemon to a stage 2. So that's why you see a 4-1-3 line of my Magnezone. 4 Magnemites, 1 Magneton, and 3 Magnezone. Running 4 Rare Candies for consistency. It's going to allow me to go right from Magnemite to Magnezone, if I need to, which I will. I'll run 2 switches. That's just going to let me switch an active with one of my benched. It's in case Magnezone gets stuck in the active and can't do anything. He's got a large retreat cost, and if he can't get damage out, he's just kind of a sitting duck. Last trainer card before I talk about the last one. Pokegear 3.0 is a pretty good tech card right now for a lot of decks. You're going to look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose a supporter card you find there, show it to your opponent, and put it in your hand. So if I really need like a shuffle, like a draw card, like a Sharon, I can play the Pokegear, and it will allow me to look at the top 7 cards, and I can, if I see a Sharon there, I can grab it and I can draw 3. Junk Arm is going to let me discard 2 cards from my hand and search my discard pile for a trainer card. This is going to be ideal for Pokemon Communications and rare candies mostly, but probably will be using it for just about everything, all the trainers in my hand, except for maybe Pokegear. As far as energy goes, I'm running 10 Lightning energy, nothing really need to talk about there, and then 2 Rescue Energy. Rescue Energy is a special energy card. Rescue Energy, if this card is attached to a knocked, or is attached to, if the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an attack, put that Pokemon back in your hand. This will allow me to have a 4th or 5th Yanmega or Magnezone. So that's my deck in a nutshell, you guys, and now you'll see me use it.